Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're gonna learn how to draw a rounder face shape. With that being said, let me move on to the rounder face shape. So usually there's when is this face shape is usually with your bigger characters, the ones with more size. Alright, so just paint in the circle. And for this one, alright, for this one, we kind of gonna do the same approach like in part one, where I draw, your typical face shape. All right, so for this one, guys, it's basically like in the first face where I draw the your typical face. For this one, we just go on, same procedure. You go down the jawline. This just gonna be a guide for what we're trying to do. This face gonna be more rounder, so I'm just moving a little fast because. All right, so we got a spot in, and we can also draw the guideline for which part the ears will be. And usually I just, you'll just draw like a little indication of the ears before we go in. And right which part we make, right which part we make the jawline, we go in. Actually, I would say like erase it a little bit, get it a little more lighter, get it a little bit more lighter. And from right here, you kind of curve around that shape like so. Like that. Right. And then at the bottom here, see which part we had the chin. So we're gonna add that in right here. But it's like kind of like a C curve. So this more rounder face, kind of like people who on the heavier side basically. So for the ears, you wouldn't really see the end there that much. So because it will be covered by the cheeks. All right. You could leave this space open to breathe. We will get back to that later. Alright. So now that we get the top of the ears, now we making this other line just an indication for which part we'll place in the eyes now. So the top of the eyes. Alright. And then right which part this line is. Just roughly, sketching the eyebrows. Same as here, but just, not that thick. And if you want, you could make it thicker or bushier. Alright, so back here, drawing a horizontal line going across. This nose will be wider, because usually when somebody have like more, meat on them, usually nose will be a lot more wider, you know. So just simply getting a nose right now. Hope you guys following along. Take your time with it. Right. I know we just want like drop actually just just a little line for the indication of the mouth. And then for the neck now, just like I said before, it does be aligned with the edge. It does be aligned with the edge, the eyes. So we just gonna drop in the neck. But typically, you wouldn't really see the neck. Usually, if somebody on the bigger side, will usually be hidden away. So you don't really need to make a lot of indication about that. So the shoulders might usually be all the way, but not all the way up there. It's just like, the layer of thickness in the cheeks will be covering all of that. So, alright. Okay, now, alright, just now we could just add in the pupils a little bit. Alright, cool. Alright, good. So we had this in place right now. I'll go on time lapse it, right? Let me just fix this. I'll go on time lapse it and then come back and we could finalize thing. I could talk about like some of the decisions I made and we'll wrap it up. All right. Right, guys. So, right, while I was like playing in the final details, I decided like the head was a little too high up, so I subtracted a little bit. I get this character, like a shorter type of hairstyle, and I'm just fix that ears a little bit. But that is it for this video, guys. I'll catch you guys on the next one.